Once upon a time, in a land not so far away, a story called The Ocean's Echo began. Deep, deep down in the Pacific Ocean, where the sunlight barely reached, lived a brave young explorer named Pachkitoo. Pachkitoo loved to draw, especially pictures of the ocean and all its wonderful creatures. He also loved trains, even though he'd never seen one that could travel underwater. Luckily, Pachkitoo had a best friend, a sparkly seahorse named Shelly, who was always up for an underwater adventure. One sunny morning, as they were swimming through the clear blue water, Shelly said, "Pachkitoo, look! The ocean seems to be singing a secret song today." Pachkitoo, always curious, listened closely. Sure enough, he could hear a faint, beautiful melody. It was like a gentle hum filled with the sounds of the sea and something else, a faint choo-choo sound. Where is it coming from? Pachkitoo wondered, squinting his eyes to see through the deep blue. Shelly, with her shimmering tail, pointed towards a dark shape in the distance. As they swam closer, the shape became clearer, revealing an amazing sight. A train station, but not just any train station. It was old, covered in colorful coral, and surrounded by shimmering fish. The train station was sunken, but it looked as if it had been placed there gently. It was a relic from a time long past. Wow! Pachkitoo gasped, his eyes wide with wonder. He gently stroked the side of the sunken train station. It was a sight right out of one of his drawings. As they approached the station, the music grew louder, more enchanting. Then they heard a voice. "Hello?" It was deep and rumbling, like the sound of the ocean waves. Out from behind the station, a giant squid appeared. But this wasn't just any squid. This was Cloud. Cloud's eyes sparkled like the ocean's surface, and he was surrounded by a gentle, shimmering light. "Welcome, young explorers." "I am Cloud," the giant squid said in his rumbling voice. "And I am the source of the music you hear. It's the song of the station." "Wow," said Pachkitoo. "I have never met a giant squid before. You're so magnificent." Shelly, who loved music, swayed gently, humming along. Cloud explained that the music came from the station itself, and that it would only play if he was inspired. But something was wrong. The music was fading. It wasn't as bright and as beautiful as before. "I've lost my inspiration, you see," Cloud said, his voice sounding a bit sad. "The music is connected to the old station. It used to bring so much joy, but now it is just a shadow of its former self." He added, "I used to play songs that reminded me of the trains above, the world I never knew. I even dreamed of riding on one." Pachkitoo, who loved trains more than anything, could not help but feel sad for Cloud. "Is there anything we can do to help?" Pachkitoo asked, his heart full of kindness. Cloud looked at Pachkitoo and Shelly. "You are very kind. If only I could remember the music. It's just gone." Pachkitoo, thinking quickly, remembered his love for drawing. "I have an idea. I love to draw, and maybe if I draw some pictures, it will help you remember," he exclaimed. "I'll draw all sorts of things. Trains, the sky, the world above." Shelly nodded enthusiastically. "That's a wonderful idea. I'll help too. I can sing along and help you remember." And so their quest began. Pachkitoo sat down, his special drawing tools ready. He started with a picture of a train, chugging along a track. He drew it passing through fields of colorful flowers and under a bright blue sky. As he drew, Shelly hummed a cheerful tune, trying to lift Cloud's spirits. As Pachkitoo drew, Cloud watched, his giant eyes following every line. "Oh," Cloud exclaimed, "that looks like a train I once saw a long time ago in a book, and I remember something." A faint melody began to emerge from Cloud, a little brighter than before. Encouraged, Pachkitoo drew another picture, a beautiful sunset over the ocean, with colors that reminded him of the music. He added a train track, with a train moving through the scene. The melody grew a little clearer. Cloud smiled. "That's it," Cloud said with delight. "The music." Encouraged by the small progress, Pachkitoo continued to draw. Next, he drew a picture of the sun and a beautiful, majestic landscape. He added the train in the scene, riding along the track. "That's where I saw them," Cloud exclaimed, his voice filled with hope. The music grew stronger, filling the air with bright sounds. Shelly swam in circles with excitement. "The train station is alive again," she cheered. They spent many days like this, Pachkitoo drawing pictures of trains and anything that would come to mind. The more he drew, the more the music returned. Cloud's shimmering light grew brighter and brighter, and the sunken train station started to glow again. Finally, after many days, the music was back to its full glory. The train station seemed to be dancing with joy. The station's music was even better than before, full of joy and memories. "Thank you," Cloud said, his voice filled with happiness. "You helped me find my inspiration again." Pachkitoo smiled. He knew that drawing and creating art, like music, could make a difference. Shelly added, "It's wonderful that we were able to help you." Cloud's music filled the ocean with joy, and they all knew that they would always be friends. Sometimes the things that bring joy are simple, like a drawing, a song, or a good friend. From that day on, whenever Pachkitoo visited Cloud, they would listen to the train station music together, celebrating the magic of friendship and creativity. And somewhere above the ocean, a train whistled in harmony. Let's see what a great listener you are. Can you answer the following question? Why was Cloud's music fading? Let's see how you did. The answer is, Cloud was losing his inspiration, which was connected to the train station. You did a great job! I really enjoyed reading this story to you today. I hope you had fun too.